What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, and we back here with another NFL record prediction video. And this time we'll be doing our record prediction for the Miami Dolphins in 2022. Giving my game-by-game analysis, giving my thoughts to see how many games I think the Dolphins will win and how many games I think the Dolphins will lose. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Where you think the Dolphins are? So before I get to the video, don't forget to at least like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to comment down in your opinion below what you think your prediction for the Dolphins is. So where you think they're going to be able to make the playoffs, you think they're going to miss out, or you think they're going to at least take a step back. So give me my thoughts. Give me your thoughts about how well you think the Dolphins will do. So week 1, they got to play at home versus the Patrons. I mean, I'm just going to get out the way with it and say the Dolphins are going to win this game. Because we already know the Dolphins are going to win this game because they always play the Patrons tough when, when they come to Miami. Like, especially Tyreek Hill. I feel like he's giving the Patriots defense some problems. And I feel like Tyreek Hill could be the difference maker in this game. And also, since Tua has owned the Patriots, I think the Dolphins, they should be able to win this game at home. But I think it will be close, though. I mean, this offense should put up a good game plan, and they should be able to do well against the Patriots defense. Week 2, the Dolphins got to play versus the Ravens. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. But you know what? This is a very interesting game, though. Now, this is last year's game. This game was in Miami, and Miami won that game. Because I think Tua did play half of the game, but he didn't really play the whole game because he was hurt. But you know what? This is the game where I think that can go either way. But I think it's going to be close, though, but it could be a shootout. But you know what? I mean, I thought the Dolphins last year did a really good job, getting pressure, stopping their running game. I mean, this is when the Dolphins defense put up a good game plan against the Ravens. I mean, they made Lamar Jackson look bad and all that, so yeah. But you know what? I just kind of feel like the Ravens, since it's in Baltimore, I mean, if this game was in Miami, I could take the Dolphins to pull out the upset. But since it's in Baltimore, I'm probably going to go ahead and just take the Ravens to win this game. Because I just think the Ravens are just a better team. They have a better quarterback, a coach at home. And I think they do. And I think they should be able to move the ball against the Dolphins defense. And I think they do have some corners that can cover their passing game. So, yeah. They should be able to do. I think defensively, their secondary should be able to play well against the Dolphins' passing attack. Especially the the corners, the defense should be healthy enough to win. So, yeah. So that's why I think the Ravens win this game. Now, week 3, they got to play versus the Bills. So I actually got them at least. Now, the Bills are coming to Miami. So I actually got the Dolphins winning the first game versus Miami because first game versus the Bills. Because here's the thing. Buffalo is like a cold climate, and they're coming, to Florida. Like, they're going towards the country playing in Florida, and, it's just going to be really hot out there. And I think due to the warm weather, I think Josh Allen will struggle. And I think Tyreek Hill can have a big game here. So, yeah, but I think the Dolphins can win in a shootout type game. Next game, week 4, they got to play versus the Bengals on Thursday night. Now, this is another game right here that can go either way, but you know what? If this game was in Miami, I could take the Dolphins, but since it's in Cincinnati, I'm probably going to go ahead and take the Bengals to win this game because I just think the Bengals are just a more superior team. They have a better quarterback, better coach at home. And I just really think that the weaponry that the Bengals have is probably going to be too much for the Dolphins' defense to handle. And I don't really think Miami really have enough corners that can cover. So, yeah, that's going to be a challenge for the Bengals. So I think they should be able to move the ball against that defense. And I don't really think Miami does have much of a pass rush. So Joe Mixon can have a big game. Especially, the Bengals do have a great – and defensively, I think they can get pressure on Tua, and I think they can find a way to at least stop the passing game. I think the Bengals kind of really understand, because I remember in that playoff game, when they played against Tyreek Hill, they really did that in overtime, where they found a way where they took away Tyreek Hill, which they double teamed him. I think they can do that in this game. So yeah. So I just think the Bengals find a way to win. Next game, Dolphins got to play versus the Jets. Obviously, I think the Jets are going to be competitive this year. I think they've gotten a lot better this year. I mean, the receiving core is better. Offensive line is still better. Is getting better. I mean, defensively, they got a lot better throughout the draft. But I think the Jets are going to beat the Dolphins this year. So I'm going to say they at least lose to the. I'm going to say the Dolphins lose this game to the Jets, because I just think the Jets are going to be competitive. I thought last year during the regular season they nearly beat them, because Zach Wilson outplayed Tua and the defense was playing better. But I think this is a game where I think Zach Wilson is going to have a breakout game. So yeah, so that's why I think the Jets can win. Next game, the Vikings. They got week 6. They got to play versus the Vikings. You know what? I think this game right here, it's going to be super close and it's going to be fun to watch. Now, this can go either way, though, because the Vikings have a really good offense with great weaponry, with Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Offensive line, Kirk Cousins, he's a baller. But the offensive line needs some help. Defensively, they improved a lot in the defensive line, but the secondary, they improved throughout the draft, but the defense is okay, but it's not great. But you know what? I feel like this game right here is going to be a shootout, and it's going to be super close. This is a game where I think the Vikings can really pull this one out. But if this game was in Miami, if this game was in Minnesota, I'm probably going to roll with the Vikings here. But since it's in Miami and Kirk Cousins is going to come to Florida, I'm going to say the Dolphins win this game, because I just kind of feel like that Tyreek Hill. I just don't think the Vikings defense. I don't really think the Vikings are going to be able to do enough defensively to slow down the Dolphins' passing attack. And especially Tyreek Hill is always tough to cover. So I just kind of feel like he's going to have a big game and all that. So yeah, that's going to put the Vikings defense in a bad position. So yeah. But you know what? The coaches are similar, and I think they do run the same scheme. So I think Mike McDaniel should put up a big game plan there. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be close. But I think Miami finds a way to win. Next game, week 7, they gotta play versus Steelers. Now this is another game that can go either way, though. Now the Steelers are another fascinating. They're a really fascinating team, though. But you know what? I don't really know who the quarterback's going to be, whether it's going to be Mr. Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. But you know what? I can't really take a rookie quarterback on the road. Especially, I think Pittsburgh will take a step back this year, because here's the thing. Their offensive line is still dreadful. Defensively, they're really good up front, but in the secondary, they're like fine, but they're not great. But the weaponry, I love the weaponries that they got with Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and George Pickens. And the tight end. The weaponry for Pittsburgh is very strong. But you know what? I think this is a game where I think Pittsburgh can have a chance to win this game. If they can get pressure on Tua and get him uncomfortable in the pocket, then I think the Steelers win this game. But you know what? Since this Dolphins offensive line has gotten better, I think they can find a way to block, play well against the Steelers pass rush. And I think they can run the ball on them. And I think that'll help probably protect the quarterback and better pass protection. Especially, I don't really know that Pittsburgh really have enough corners that can cover Tyreek Hill. I just kind of feel like Tyreek Hill's going to have another big game here. So ultimately, I'm going with the Dolphins here, because I just feel like the Dolphins is a better team. They have the quarterback advantage. They're at home. Yeah. But I just kind of feel like I just kind of feel like the Dolphins. I mean, I just kind of feel like they're gonna be able to. I think they're gonna play well against the Steelers defense and the Dolphins defense. They should be able to at least stop their running game of Pittsburgh, and they should be able to cover. Like I don't know, they have enough corners to cover, but I think their pass defense. I mean, they should be able to at least dice up the Steelers secondary. But I wouldn't be shocked if they kept this close. But I think it will be close though. But I think the Dolphins find a way to win. Next game, week 8, they gotta play versus the Lions. I actually got them beating the Lions here, and here's why. Now, I just don't think the Lions are a good team, but the Lions are just like, I mean, Jared Goff. I mean, he's okay, but he's not great. I mean, they got some nice additions that they made this offseason. I like the weaponry they got. Offensive line is still good. Defensively, I think their defensive line is still good, but not great. But you know what? They're not good in the secondary as well. So I just kind of feel like Tua's gonna have a breakout game, and I feel like Tyreek Hill's probably gonna be too much for them, and Jalen Waddle, and Mike Gesicki and that explosive offense is gonna be too much. So I think, and also they should be able to run the ball on them. And the Lions, I mean, they should be able to run the ball on the Lions defense because the Lions defense is not great. I mean, I could definitely see the Lions winning though because I kind of feel like Jared Goff. I mean, if he doesn't really play bad in this game, like if he doesn't play garbage, then I think they might have a chance to win. But I just kind of feel the Dolphins, are just a better team and they have a better quarterback. I mean, look, I just think Tua is a better quarterback than Jared Goff, in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Dolphins win. Next game, week 9, the Dolphins got to play versus the Bears. Now this is another game right here that can go either way though. But you know what? Since it's in Chicago, I mean, I want to take the Bears to win this game since it's in Chicago. But given that that they've gotten a lot worse this offseason, I mean, there's no way I can take them. I mean, Justin. I mean, I'm even though it's in Chicago, I'm probably gonna go with the Dolphins here because I just think the Dolphins are the more superior team. And also, I like to coach more for the Dolphins more than I like to coach for the Bears. And also, I just don't really think the Bears have enough offensively to dice up the defense. But Justin Fields has upside. I mean, he has upside, but he's like, okay. I mean, Justin Fields. I mean, I say he's good, but he has a lot of upside. But I just don't know if he's that great. Like he's not fantastic, but he's okay. But you know, the Bears' offensive line is very weak. The defense has actually gotten a lot worse. So I think the Dolphins should be able. Their offensive line should be able to play really well this game, and they should be able to run the ball on the Bears. They should be able to pass the ball on the Bears. I mean, against a weak secondary, yeah. So I feel like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they're just gonna have a big game, and Tua, he's gonna I feel like Tua will outplay Fields in this game. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be close though. But I think the Dolphins can win this game by maybe a touchdown or a field goal or something. Next game, week 10, they gotta play versus the Browns. Now, this is another game that can go either way though. Because the Browns, they're a challenging football team this year. They're another good talented team. But you know what? The Browns got a secret quarterback in Watson. Because now, the Browns got Watson now. Now, this could this mean the Browns can pull this one off? We don't really know. But I think the Browns, when you look at their offense, it's really good because they're a team that they really like to run the ball and they like to pass the ball on. I mean, offensive line is really good. Defensively, they're really good up front, especially the secondary, but they need a little more size to it. But they can really give the Dolphins offense a ton of issues. And they can give the defense tons of issues too. But you know what? I believe Watson is going to be playing this game. But I just don't know if I can really take the Browns to like pull this one off. I mean, because Watson's coming to town, he's going to Florida and all that, and I kind of feel like he might struggle there. I mean, if this game was in Cleveland, I mean, I could definitely go with the Browns, but I don't know. But since this game is in Miami, I'm probably gonna go with the Dolphins as an upset. Like I just don't know why. I mean, I just have a feeling the Dolphins are just gonna upset the Browns because I just kind of feel like that Tua. I think he can. I think the Dolphins can do enough offensively to dice up the Browns' defense. Like I feel like Tyreek Hill has given the Browns defense a lot of problems, and I think this is a game where I think he breaks out. So yeah, and also I think their offensive line should be able to like play good against the Browns D line. I think they're gonna give the Browns defense issues. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be super close though. But I think that the Dolphins can win by a field goal or maybe a touchdown. So you're 7-3 right now. You're heading towards the bye week, which you have extra time to prepare and you have extra time to watch film. No, because now you got to prepare for week 12 for your next game versus the Texans. I feel like coming off a bye and being well rested and prepared, I think they should be able to easily beat the Texans. I mean, Texans are just one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, they don't have a quarterback right now. I don't believe in their coach. I mean, yeah. I mean, Dolphins are just a better team. They have a better quarterback. They're at home. And I also like the coach more for the Dolphins more than the coach for the Texans. Yeah. That's why I think the Dolphins win this game. So now you're on a one. Let's see how many wins that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're on a 6-game winning streak, looking at 8-3. So you're looking. So you almost kind of look forward to making the playoffs. But I don't really know yet. But we'll see. All right, these next 4 games, those are really tough, but though I feel like those will be playoff teams. So week 13, they got to play against the 49ers on the road. Now, this is a game in 2020 where they really smacked the Niners. Like, think about it. Like, I thought they really did a good job stopping their running game, taking away the passing game. They made Jimmy G. I mean, the Dolphins defense made Jimmy G look bad, but I don't really know if he's gonna be there. I mean, he's either gonna be Trey Lance or Jimmy G. I mean, who knows? But you know what? The Niners are really one of those talented rosters. Like, they really like to run the ball. They like to pass the ball. I mean, offensive line, they're really strong. Defensively, they're really strong up front and even the secondary. But you know what? I just don't know if the Dolphins can match up well with the Niners, like for real. So I think, but you know what? Since this game's in San Francisco, I know this is a Mike McDaniel revenge game, but since it's in San Francisco, I'm gonna take the Niners here. I just think Niners will get their revenge on them because I just feel like the Niners are just a more complete team. They're at home. They have the better coach, and I think they have a better quarterback too. Look, I just think Jimmy G is just better than Tua, like for real. So yeah, so I feel like that they should be able to at least move the ball against the Dolphins defense. Debo Samuel, I mean, if he's there, he could be a difference maker. George Kittle is a difference maker too, and so is Brandon Ayuk. And their running game is too. So yeah, that's pretty much why. But I think it's gonna be close though. But I think the Niners find a way to win this game by a field goal. Next game, week 14, they gotta play against the LA Chargers. Obviously, they gotta go on the road and it's in LA, and it's a tough place to play at. So I think it will be close, but I think the Chargers win this game because the Chargers, I mean, the Chargers are just a more complete team. They're at home. They have a better quarterback. I mean, I just feel like Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Tua. They have the better coach. I mean, I feel like Herbert is gonna have a breakout game versus Dolphins defense. So yeah, especially the Chargers have a great offensive line. They should be able to block those defenders up front, especially defensively. I think they can really create turnovers and get pressure. Like I think they can give Tua some fits, and I think they can be able to slow down the running game. And also, the Chargers do have a great secondary too that can cover. So I think their defense plays really well this game. I think Brandon Stanley does put up a good game plan defensively for the Dolphins. But I don't really think it's going to be a blowout though. But I think it's going to be super close. But I'm going to say the Chargers at least win, maybe by 4 or maybe by 5. So yeah. Then week 15, they got to play on the road versus the Bills. Actually got them losing to the Bills because, the Bills are just a more complete team. I mean, they're at home. They got a better quarterback, the better coach. I mean, there's no way that they're gonna lose to you guys twice. There's no way it's gonna happen. I mean, the Bills have owned Tua for the last two like 1 or 2 seasons. I mean, they have owned the Dolphins. I mean, yeah. I mean, plus they're fighting to get that top seed. So yeah, that's pretty much why. The next game, week 16, they got to play at home versus the Packers. Now, this is on Christmas. Now, this is another game that can go either way because here's the thing. Now, the Packers don't have Devontae Adams anymore. He's no longer there. So, I don't really know if the Packers offense is going to be able to do enough, to dice up the Dolphins defense, especially, the Packers don't really don't have a lot of options at receiver. As much as I like Christian Watson, Sammy Watkins, yeah. But I just kind of feel like that, the Packers might struggle early in the season due to the fact that Devontae Adams is not there. So they could be dealing with some learning curves, though. So could this mean the Dolphins pull off an upset? No, but I would not be surprised if they did. So, yeah. Even though Aaron Rodgers struggles in Florida, that could be very challenging, though. But I know it's in Miami, though. But when you look at, I'm probably just going to go ahead and just take the Packers because the Packers are just a better team. They have a better quarterback. They have a better coach. I mean, I just feel like their offense, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to do enough to dice up the Dolphins defense. Especially, I think the Packers defense, I think they're going to do enough, to slow down the Dolphins running game. And I think they'll find a way to cover the passing game at the time. And the Packers also have 2 corners, though. Their secondary is really good, so I think they can find a way to cover the passing game in Miami. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be close though because I think it's gonna be super close. But Miami can barely pull off an upset. But I think the Packers find a way to win that game in a close one. But I'm saying they'll probably win at least by like 3. Next game, week 17, they got to play versus the Patrons on the road. I got them splitting with the Patrons, so I got them a loss there. I mean, they're not going to beat Belichick twice. Like, I'm going to say this, they're not going to do it again. I mean, they did that last year. I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, Patrons, they're at home. They have a coach. I mean, yeah. And I think both teams could be similar, though, to each other. So, yeah. Especially Bill Belichick has owned the Dolphins for years. So, yeah. That's pretty much why I think the Patrons win this game. Then week 18, they got to play versus the Jets at home. They should be able to split the Jets. I mean, Jets aren't that good. I mean, Dolphins, Jets may not have a chance to make the playoffs, and the Dolphins, they might come close to making the playoffs too. So, yeah, especially, they're at home. They have more to play for. They have a better quarterback. I mean, And also, I like the coach more for the Dolphins more than the Jets coach. So yeah, that's pretty much why. So as a matter of fact, I have the Miami Dolphins going 9-8, with 3-3 in their division, 6-6 in their conference, 7-1 at home, 2-7 away. I mean, that's just pretty darn good. I mean, when you look at the teams that the Dolphins got to play on their schedule, it's really tough because, they got to play the Patriots twice, they play the Ravens, they play the Bills twice, they play the Bengals, the Vikings, the Steelers, the Browns, the Niners, the Chargers, and the Packers. So when you look at the schedule, this is a tough schedule, and it's very difficult to predict this. But you know what? Despite all these additions that the Dolphins have, I think, I just kind of feel like this is almost a down year for Miami, but they can make this jump into playoff territory, but I wouldn't be surprised, though. But I just don't know if I can trust them enough, though. Because I just kind of feel like the Dolphins are they're just a hard team to predict because, by the way, because I just really don't know if I can trust Miami to make the playoffs, and I just don't know if Tua is the guy to do it. I mean, he barely did a good job. I mean, they barely did a good job, almost trying to make it. Because remember, last year, they started the season off kind of slow, and then, they kind of started off really quick. They started off hot with a winning streak. But you know what? I think the Dolphins, I think they do have a high ceiling, but I don't know. But if I had to guess right now, if I had to guess right now, I can say their ceiling can be like 11-6, and then maybe their floor can be like about 7-10. That's how I can say this. So I think the Dolphins can go anywhere from 8 to 10 wins this year, and I'm probably going to go with 9 because of the additions that the Dolphins made offensively. So yeah, but I don't really know if I have a lot of faith in a coach to take this team to the promised land. Like I don't really know the Dolphins are ready to be a playoff team yet. So yeah, but they do have some upside though. So yeah, I kind of feel like the Dolphins will take a little bit of a step forward this year because of the additions they made. So yeah. So I don't really know about this, but I just hope Miami can prove me wrong. So yeah. Well, alright guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys later. But if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below about what you think your prediction for the Dolphins is. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm an idiot? I mean, just let me know what you think your prediction for the Dolphins is. It's Emmanuel Jones for Big Fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.